Hey folks, welcome back to TOTP Reactions. My name is Gal, this is my channel, and I am about to listen to some music, of course. So I just wanted to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel, for being here, commenting, suggesting music to listen to, donating to buy me a coffee, just generally everything. And I really genuinely mean that because when I first started this channel, it was just about, I thought I'd just listen to a bit of music, and nobody's ever going to watch anything that I'm doing because I am so awkward in front of a camera. But I just really, really appreciate that some people have sort of like jumped onto my channel and they stayed, and you're very, very welcome. There's always like a warm mug of tea for you, a virtual mug of tea. So I'm going to be listening to a track by Modern Romance. Now, I do remember Modern Romance from the 80s. They had, I remember, I, Moosey. They had Everybody Salsa. And this was like, I think 1980, maybe 81, 82. And I think they had something in 1982 as well, but can't remember what that was. But this track is called, oh, excuse me, this track is called Walking in the Rain. It's from 1983. Apparently, it was quite a big hit. Came out in August of 1983, and it peaked at number 7. I'm struggling to remember it because I think probably the tracks that preceded this are the ones that are kind of the easiest to remember. With they have the hook. So I was just looking actually in this book of hit singles, and right before this we had High Life, which I kind of vaguely remember from early '83. We had Don't Stop That Crazy Rhythm. Vaguely remember that. Do, 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 do. Best Years of Our Life, of course, I remember that. Sure, was that around? So that was sort of around about the Christmas of '82. So that was a great Christmas. Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom Wine. I do remember that. That was from the August of '82. So yeah, they've had about 5 hits from their album Trick of a Light, which was their second album in 1983. And I'm really looking forward to this one. I'm pretty sure, I, I mean, the fact that this one reached number 7, which I think was one of their highest peaks of all their music, I have to remember it, but my mind is kind of blocked by all the other stuff. So anyway, we have this track is written by David James and Michael J. Mullins, who is the vocalist. So I guess that's a guy with dark hair, if I remember. And we have Paul Gendler on guitar, David James on synths, Andy Kiriakou on drums, and John Dupre on trumpet. I remember John Dupre on trumpet. Is that the guy with the bald head? Yeah, just a fun, stylish band at the time, and they really sort of complemented other bands like Haircut 100 and ABC. Um, yeah, there was, it just had a lightness about them. They were just a really good fun. So anyway, this is Top of the Pops, and this is Mon Romance, and this is Walking in the Rain.
Baby, I saw you walking in the rain. I could feel the sadness in your eyes. Somehow I just had to know your name, 'cause I feel lonely. I know what it's like to be afraid. Sometimes it's hard to
Such a handsome guy.
understand. Life just ain't worth living, is what you said. I do believe.
Yeah, I remember this. It's the first few kind of bars as it come in, and the opening verse. Yeah, God, this brings back some memories. My goodness, I haven't heard this since 1983. Um, wow. Yeah. I mean, this is what it's all about, isn't it? It's what nostalgia is all about in music. To be able to hear something that you haven't heard for over 40 years, and the memories come flooding back of that fantastic summer of that '83, and I was sort of like straddling 2 different charts at the time because I was listening to a bit of a US and I was listening to the UK, they were quite different, and the music in the UK was staggered, so that you kind of heard it in the US maybe 6 months later. So yeah, it was a bit weird but nice as well. I think Dexys Midnight Runners was in the charts in the US this year. But this is I'm going to take this back to the beginning because of that feeling that I got when it started.
Day I saw you walking in the rain. I could feel the sadness in your eyes. Somehow I just had to know your name, 'cause I feel lonely. I know what it's like to be afraid. Sometimes it's hard to understand. Life just ain't worth living, is what you said. I do believe. So easy to help yourself believe. And cast aside the feelings of despair. Next time you go walking in the rain, remember me.
I'm loving the harmonies on this. I kind of forgot that must be David. Oh no, hang on, who's that? Is that Paul Gendler on guitar? Um, yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's yeah. He's got a slightly higher vocal to Michael Mullins. But yeah, and because one's got dark hair, one's got blonde hair, they've got different style of vocals. You kind of get like a really warm feeling from these guys. But this is a lovely, lovely, gentle song. And I love the ascending vocals as well as ascending harmonies as well, which is I've completely forgot any of this from this song. It's just nice. Learn to live together, good and bad, forever dreaming. So listen to me, girl, 'cause I've been there all the times. Cast aside those feelings of despair. Next time you go walking in the rain, remember me. Can't help but admire the hair. I, I couldn't do that even when I was young. I couldn't make my hair do anything remotely. It's my hair was like so strong at it just kind of generally did something. But yeah, all my friends had really stylish hair. Um, and I was kind of rather envious for, I was 16 at the time when this came out, so yeah, you were trying our best to look slightly cool, but these guys really do look cool. Lovely combination of the tank top, the jacket, and wow. And I remember this was when it was cool to wear all white.
Oh, it really doesn't matter to me. Doesn't you owe it to yourself, and that's the way it's got to be. Rest assured you've often heard it said, I can feel the sadness in your eyes, honey. Somehow I just
It's impressive that his voice is able to kind of keep his voice up there for so long towards the end as a real shift. I didn't expect. I didn't remember that. I mean, I didn't don't even remember it now. But it's really great to kind of hear this song and watch it in. I mean, I never saw him on Top of the Pops singers. I think I maybe heard it once or twice. It was weird. It wasn't played. I don't think it was played a lot on the radio that I can remember. There were big songs in the summer of '83, and Karma Chameleon was just coming out. We had China Girl. We had Who's That Girl from the Eurythmics. Howard Jones was on the verge of coming out with a new song. Level 42, Robert Plant. The summer was just awash with huge artists, Spandau Ballet. It's just the list is endless. Depeche Mode. Um, so a lovely kind of track like this may have got sort of like caught up in a giant ocean of these huge stars, but trust me, these guys were great back in the day, and definitely anybody who's reacting to music, just check out some of their stuff. It's really good fun, and sometimes when you react to music, you kind of just you don't want to be bogged down with the heaviness of like the lyrics and the sounds. Sometimes you just want something light. I mean, I can't even think what this song's about. Today I saw you walking in rain. I could feel your sadness in your eyes. Somehow I just had to know your name because I've been lonely. I know what it's like to be afraid. Sometimes it's hard to understand. Life just ain't worth living. Actually, it's quite heavy. These lyrics are. Life just ain't worth living. Life just ain't worth living's what you said. I don't believe you. So listen to me, girl, 'cause I've been there and cast aside those feelings of despair. Next time you go walking in the rain, remember me. There's no use in pretending it really doesn't matter to me. It's you that I believe in. You owe it to yourself, and that's the way it's got to be. Life's too short. You often heard it said. Oh, I really know the way you feel. Mixed emotions gather in your head, or am I dreaming? Remember all the good times that you had and all the friends and what they think of you. Learn to live together, good and bad, or am I dreaming? So listen to me, girl, because I've been there and cast aside those feelings of despair. Next time you go, it's actually, man, I've never even thought about the lyrics of this. Um, it's actually about, it just says, just remember all the friends that you've had and all the friends you. It sounds to me it's actually about somebody who's really depressed and when you're trying to get through to somebody who's on hard times, you want them to remember at least something positive that you've said, something that they can use, something that can pick them up. And oh man, that's just added a whole new layer to this song. It really has. I'm glad I read those lyrics because I was just going to brush them over and just say what a lovely, wonderful band. And yeah, they did some really sort of happy, fun tracks, and this is such a sweet track, but it's also quite deep as well, which I really, really like. I will come back to this with news here. Gonna have to download this because I loved everything about this track, the harmonies, um, the way his voice changed halfway through as well. Even that must have been difficult to kind of keep that because you hear these singers with these bands in the 80s and they seem quite like laid back. A lot of people that react to 80s songs, I've noticed when they say it's like they were it was sort of effortless, but they were sort of, yeah, a little bit chilled out with it, just they're not giving it the whole Whitney Houston sort of like treatment or the Mariah Carey treatment. It's just like, this is a song I want to tell you a story, and they just sing it, but so you don't actually with when you hear some singing like this, I think, oh yeah, he's really laid back, walking in the rain. But yeah, that bit at the end, I thought actually he's actually quite a good singer. Maybe I'm wrong because I'm not a vocal expert, but he did really well that last bit. Um, Loved the guy with blonde hair and his vocals too, and the way they kind of harmonized on different things. It was good. His song had everything. It was just a great, great pop song. No wonders it reached number 7. I'm just a little bit ashamed of myself that I didn't remember it. I mean, I was out 1983. I just finished school, so I was enjoying myself before reality hit. Yeah, and we all know what 1983, 84. You had like 4 million unemployed. Um, Maggie Thatcher's 4 million unemployed. So Norma Tebbit, get on your bike and all that kind of stuff. So I was just enjoying myself. I was working at a cinema during the summer of this year. I worked there for 6, 7 weeks, and I sort of finished beginning of September. And I think I went off to do a YTS, which was supposed to be computers and stuff, but it never really kind of worked out like that. But I enjoyed that experience, and I really enjoyed working at the cinema. That was an experience. I kind of wish I'd stayed on there now because I didn't need to. I think, yeah, I regretted doing these YTSs and stuff. So. Anyway, please let me know what you think of this. Do you remember this? What was you doing? Was you working? Was you still at school? I'd love to know because, yeah, this is now in my nostalgia banks, and I really want to get hold of this track. So yeah, just really join me in the comments because I can't wait to hear what your thoughts are on this. So till next time, take care.